This refilm will give you a good overview of rock climbing in Scotland, and also works well as an intro to our short series of films on specific techniques to single pitch climbing.
So when you leave the road, the guidebook will usually be of help with a small basic map or description of your crag's position. Before a day out summer rock climbing, it is important to check the weather forecast to help you make an informed decision about where to go. Also, you want to make sure you're up to date with any access issues such as nesting birds by reading the information offered in the climbing guidebook, or by going to the Mountaineering Scotland access page. As you approach the crag or cliff, it's important to familiarise yourself with the layout of the crag in relation to the guidebook. Spend time to identify the crag features and obvious lines.
That horizontal break over there?
I think it is. I think it's one above the arch. The approach to a crag or cliff is a great way to get warmed up both physically and psychologically for climbing. If climbing on sea cliffs, make sure you have checked the time for high tide. This is easy to Google. The guidebook will also mention if a cliff is non-tidal, partially tidal or tidal. At the base of your chosen climb, read the route description and look at the photo topo carefully so you start on the correct route. Make sure you gear up well away from any climbers overhead. Rack your climbing equipment to your harness in an order that works best for you. After tying onto the rope and attaching the belay device, it's a good habit to check you and your partner's knot and belay device attachment before going climbing. When belaying the leader, it is good practice to stand close into the crag and just off to the side and not directly below. This prevents the leader either dropping a piece of equipment or falling directly onto the belayer. A thread runner has the advantage of taking a multi-directional load, meaning that it won't pull or lift from the movement of the rope. A camming device has similar advantages to a thread, however more judgment is needed to place it correctly. Extending the sling will help prevent the cam from walking into the placement, making it difficult for your second to retrieve. When clipping the rope into the snapgate carabiner, try and make sure that the back bar of the carabiner is against the rock. This will help prevent the gate accidentally opening against the rock in a fall. Before topping out on your climb, try and place a piece of protection to help protect you on the final moves, just in case there are any surprises like loose rock or a startled seabird. Try and build your belay in line with the top of the route. The number of rock anchors required will be dictated by the quality of the placements. If you have enough rope, try and connect yourself to the rock anchors with the rope alone. This means the belay is more dynamic, so reduces the load on the anchors and you the belayer if the second was to fall whilst climbing. Use a screw gate on the rock anchor where it is difficult to keep the gate away from the rock. Establish good climbing calls that both you and your partner are familiar with.
Off belay! Climbing!
When belaying, pay attention at all times. Keep the rope nice and snug so your second is happy.
If you want more detailed technical information, then check out our single pitch climbing playlist. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel.